It's not your fault, it's something I don't say, but I should be saying more. A reason to chase after her, for that I'm praying for. I need a reason to why my love for the day you're staying for. I'm for home and away. Apologies for my voice. My voice is going this morning. Are we here? I'm assuming this is Mount Druitt.
Yeah, I come from Melody. That's home of the brave. Here we are, warned the cops stuck back, but this ain't home and away. I didn't grow around all those beaches, but I still got birds in the bay. Pull up, bang, spray.
Aye, yeah, I grew up in Melody. That's home of the brave. Here we are, warned with the cops stuck back, but this
I really like. Obviously, this is gonna be hitting like drill, but I don't know when the drop hits. Is this gonna hit like we're gonna chat our shit, or is this gonna be like we're gonna tell our story of where we're from? Maybe a bit of both. The fact that it's home and away is home and away a reference to the soap opera in Australia. Wait, let me listen to the chat, then we'll start dissecting shit.
home and away. I didn't go around all those beaches, but I still got birds at the bay. Pull up, bang, spray, do that, gang, run in. Give me that code to the safe. Smack that hole in the face. No regret.
Jesus, I'll smack that hole in the face. Listen, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're getting slapped.
Gang, run in. Give me that code to the safe.
Slap that hole in the face.
No regrets for the work I match, cause I can go any day. Cops just want me in chains. Smoke that kush for the pain. Looking back at them days in the yard like I was front line in the main. Fuck that talk, just blow them away. Bang it, throw that pole in the drain. That don't say too much on the phone.
That way.
Fuck that talk, just blow them away.
That brother with a fur hood on the right hand side doing this thing here. That brother has made a name for himself now. Like, I swear, every 1-4 video that drops, I'm looking out for this brother dancing. If you know about 1-4, you know this brother's done some moves in a few videos.
Bang it, throw that pole in the drain. That don't say too much on the phone, cause I don't want these feds knowing my name. This is Melody. Home of the brave, my actions come with no one to blame. I love my life, but
my actions come with no one to blame. Yo, like, look, I'm standing here on my own two doing this shit. This ain't down to nobody else.
This is Melody. Home of the brave, my actions come with no one to blame. I love my life, but I'll throw it away if they try to test my love for the gang. Yeah, I grew up in Melody. That's home of the brave. That's home of the brave. We at war with the cops like bracks, but this ain't home and away. I didn't go around all those beaches, but I still got bros at the bay.
Okay, so yeah, it is related to soap opera. If I'm reading this right, at least it's like I grew up in Mountie. This ain't home and away. Home and away is, to my knowledge, set on the beach, same as the other one, Neighbours. They're set on like the East Coast beaches where it's all nice and it's all like it's kind of what the mainstream media want you to depict of Australia. But that doesn't show the other sides, like Mount Druitt, that are more inlands, away from the bays, away from the beaches. So he's basically saying like, look, this ain't home and away. This is the fucking trenches, as they like to call it. And in this song, James is referencing it as home of the brave. So yeah, I guess it's just talking about that contrast between the two.
Can't shout at the big boy Deacon way. Right there, that's home of the gang. Took my first out in the back of the block, but that's what made me a man. Everything that I do is illegal. From the off, my intentions are evil.
What was that distorted sound?
The block, but that's what made me a man. Everything that I do is illegal. From the off, my intentions are evil. And I take
sound like a drill or something.
the fight from my people, king of the ring like Willie and Regal. Everyday intentions are evil, and I take the fight from my people, king of the ring like Willie and Regal.
Yeah, WWE's buzz. WWE's buzz. We buzz.
FTP to the man, he popping back on the streets. Free up legs, free YP. For the gang, I stay doing IT. Free up pigs, that's my bro. Free up the whole of the GSO. We do not talk like we stick to the code. That's rule number one when we step on the road like talk to me nice. On God, if you fuck with the ops, you will get got. Put that on my life. All the times that they switched up and how many.
I really like this shot, by the way. The one just panning up, looking at the power lines going over the top. I don't know. I really like that shot.
Times that they paid that price. Home with the brave lad. I don't want to have to say that shit twice. Yeah, I grew up in Melody. That's home of the brave. That's home of the brave. We at war with the cops like bracks, but this ain't home and away. I didn't go around all those beaches, nah, but I still got bros at the bay. Hey, free your pull up, bang, spray, do that, gang. Yeah, I grew up in Melody. That's home of the brave. That's home of the brave. We at war with the cops like bracks.
I really fuck with this hook. I really fuck with it. Like, in a moment, we're going to talk about their upcoming EP or album, whatever their upcoming project is. We're going to talk about that. But right now, I'm just going to appreciate this for what it is.
But this ain't home and away. I didn't go around all those beaches, nah. But I still got bros at the bay. Hey, free em, pull up, bang, spray, do that, gang.
For me, growing up in Mountie, that's home, you know. All the bullshit aside, all the violence and that, still home. I won't let no one talk down on Mountie. That's where I'm from, that's where my heart's at.
So he talks about how, and not just this song, they've referenced it in other songs, they talk about what it's like growing up in Mount Dre. They talk about what it's like growing up in the 27th district. And then he's basically saying, but this is my home. It's like the way I talk about my area. It's a shithole in some ways, but it's my shithole. You know, like that. It's like where I grew up. It's what I represent. It's what I identify with. And so as much as it has its ups and downs, and especially those downs and negatives, it's still my home. And I think that's the message that ONEFOUR are trying to get across here. Which a lot of people can identify with.
All these trials and tribulations and that, nah. That's what made us who we are today, the men we are today. I come from the beaches, but I'm a fucking soldier because I'm a fucking Mountie.
I'm a soldier because I'm from Mountie. Mountie made me that soldier. Like, yeah, alright, it may have been fucked up for me to see the shit that I seen and done the shit that I done, but it made me who I am today. It's not the first time we've heard a speech like that, but I like it. This personalized to them. And these strings, listen. I love the tone it's set for this video. To my knowledge, ONEFOUR are gonna be dropping an EP soon, and this is, again, to my knowledge, the first track of the EP that they have dropped. Kind of the single, the promo leading up to it, and this makes me very excited for where they're gonna go with this. It was only days ago that I was asking the question, is Australian drill too repetitive and too generic at this point in the moment? And I have to agree for the most part, and for the most part other people agreed, and you had a few people defending it. Okay, cool. ONEFOUR, if there's anybody who's going to bring something new to the table that then shifts the culture again, it's got to be ONEFOUR. ONEFOUR are the reason that half of these groups are even out here doing this in the first place. Like, it's the reason you've seen all of these new acts, maybe not solely ONEFOUR, but it's got to be a massive influence, and I struggle for anyone to explain otherwise. And so if ONEFOUR started with the message and things like that, now everyone wants to come out here and do drillings. If ONEFOUR then do an EP and I manage to show all sides of this game, I'm telling you, you're gonna then see an influx of other groups doing exactly the same shit, in my opinion. Like, if ONEFOUR managed to nail in an EP, this is what I want to see from a ONEFOUR EP. Let's say there's 5 or 6 tracks. I want to hear 1 or 2 tracks where they talk their shit, like they did in The Message, like Lads in the Hood, like any of their other songs. I want to hear one like Welcome to Prison. I want one like Home and Away. I want one that is rap based, not drill, rap based. And I want one where they're talking about vibing out at a party or chatting to girls or something like that. If they're able to follow that spectrum and kind of really round off their project, perhaps even get one in there of talking that real personal shit and the other side of the beef, like, I want to see a very rounded EP by these guys. I don't want to hear 6 songs of The Message. It's just not what I want to hear. For me personally, I'm sure plenty of people would love that. For me personally, I want to connect with ONEFOUR more as people. I want them to talk about the struggles that they may or may not have had coming up, you know, going from doing whatever they've been doing before music to now, how does that world, how does real life affect the music? How does the music affect real life? How does this shit play out? And show people maybe the grass isn't as green on the other side. Like, yes, of course, they've probably bettered their lives and bettered themselves through the opportunities, through the money, through, you know, everything that they've been able to do with the music for themselves, for their family, for their friends. but there's also baggage that comes with that. And again, I can't speak on behalf of that because I've not been in that situation, but somebody like ONEFOUR most definitely can. And I like this track Home and Away here because it's something that we've not heard. We've heard ONEFOUR talk about where they're from, and they've always represented where they're from. They've shouted out mantra in arguably every single song they've ever dropped, but they're talking about it from a different perspective here, and that's all I ask, is that we're just giving different perspectives on the life that you're living. Furthermore, from a production side, this was cold, and JM's and Spenny's delivery is just, it's different class. The reason this doesn't sound generic and repetitive in my opinion is because their delivery alone keeps me interested. There's a reason why I back ONEFOUR. There's a reason why I talk so highly of them near enough every time I react or talk about them, and it's because they deliver the goods each and every time. I'm yet to be disappointed by a ONEFOUR track. Like, yes, there are some songs that are better than others, but I'm still yet to be straight up disappointed with what they've done. And this is why I'm looking forward to their EP, because if they continue on this upwards rise, then who the fuck is ever gonna overtake these guys? But either way, guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Feel free to check out my new single, Blame Game. Links are down in the description below. We've also reached 35k today, to my knowledge. I believe so. Yeah. Safe, appreciate it. Yeah, I've got another single drop in a couple weeks time, not even a couple weeks, sooner than you may realize. So I'll be announcing that within the next few days. Appreciate all the love on the podcast, appreciate just everything, man. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching this video too, and I'll talk to you, man, later.